Good morning. Today we will be discussing two programs related to OOPS. The first one will be an illustration of class concept, and the second one will be an example of function overloading. That is compile time polymorphism. So first program is to display the area of a circle using class. This is a simple program to find the area of a circle, but we are using class to find the area of a circle. So we can look how this program executes using class. So as in the previous program, we are first writing the header file IO stream, then we are writing the statement using namespace std. From the next portion, this is not familiar to you. This will be a new sections for you. So first, we have already said we are going to find the area of a circle using class. So I am going to define a class. So I am first using the keyword class. Then I have to give the class name. Here I am going to give the class name as circle. Next, I have used the access specifier private. Under private, I am going to give a data member R, float R. This is used to or the R variable is used to input the or to accept the radius of a circle. So next I am using the access specifier public access specifier is used here, and under the public I am going to give two functions. The first function, that is member function, the first function is get radius. This function is used to input or to accept the radius from the user, and the next is this area. This is used to display the area of a circle. So first I am giving the function get radius, void get radius. This means the get radius does not return any value, so I am using the word void. Next, inside this get radius function, I am inputting user is asked to input the radius of a circle. Cout enter the radius of a circle. So user will input the radius, and that inputted radius will be accepted by the variable R. Okay. So next we have completed the get radius function. We have to just input the radius of a circle to find the area of a circle. So next function is used to display the area. I have used the function name as this area, and under this area I have written only one statement to display cout area of a circle is equal to 3.14 into R. I have already inputted the radius into the variable R, so that inputted radius will be accessed here, and it will be calculated as 3.14 into R, and that value will be displayed to the screen or the display to the user. So this is the definition of a class. We have completed our definition, and at last I have given a closing bracket followed by a semicolon. So this is the class definition. We have used the keyword class, two access specifiers, private and public. These two are the keywords. Next I have given a data member inside the access specifier private, two member functions inside the access specifier public. So what is the meaning of this? What is the importance of giving these functions under the access specifier public? That means get radius and this area can be accessed outside the class. That is the meaning of public. I have already said that public is similar to the global scope. That means it can be accessed from anywhere in the program. Since this is given inside the public, get radius and this area can be accessed outside the class. Whereas the variable R is given under the access specifier private. Okay, so this R cannot be accessed outside the class, but R can be accessed inside the class. We know that the get radius uses the R inside. Get radius is written inside the class, so R can be accessed here. There is no problem. In the similar way, in this area also we have to access the R. This is also written inside the class. This area function is also written inside the class. So there is no problem in accessing R here, because the datas or data members written under the private access specifier can be accessed inside the class. So here this area is written inside the class, so R can be accessed in the function this area. Clear? Okay. So we definition of the class is complete. Next I am going to our important function of C++ main function. as we are already writing, int is written here in opening bracket. See, here I am defining the object of circle. Here object is defined outside the class definition, not along the class definition. So C1 is the object. Why I am using only one object? Because I have to find the area of a circle. That means I have to find the area of only one circle. So I am defining only one object. Okay, class name, object name. Class name is circle. Next comes the object name C1. Next, I have to passing messages. We have already studied how to pass messages using object. So these two functions are the passing messages. Next, I want to get the radius through the object. I want to input the radius, or I have to pass the radius to the object. To pass the object, I have to call the get radius function. So C1 dot get radius will goes the control to the get radius function, will pass message to the get radius function, and so in this function the radius is inputted, and that inputted radius is stored in the variable r. So r gets the value using this statement. Next, after this statement I have given as C1 dot this area. That means object is calling the function this area outside the class. There is no problem with this statement because this area and get radius is written under the access specifier public. So there is no error in this statement. So C1 calls this function this area. So this function is called, and the message and the output area of a circle will be printed after calculating this formula 3.14 into r into r. Okay, so we have inputted the radius and outputted the area of the circle using the object and the member function. So this program is complete here. Now we want to compile the program. So I am compiling the program. Compilation is successful. Next I am going to build the program. Building the program is also successful. Next I am going to execute the program. So this is the output window. Here we are asked to enter the radius of a circle. I am going to enter the radius of a circle as 4.5, and I am pressing the enter key. See, the system have displayed the area of a circle as 63.585. Okay, so in this program we are just inputting the radius of a circle, and the program displays the area of a circle to the user. So this is a very simple program that is implemented using class. Clear? Now we are going to our second program to find the area of square and rectangle. So the specialty of this program is this: we are going to find the area of a square and rectangle using function overloading. So we have already studied the definition of function overloading. Same function name but act differently depending on the data sent to it. So in the case of square, we are going to input only one data, that is the side, and for the case of rectangle we are going to input two data. The first one will be the length and the second one will be the breadth. So let us look how we can implement function overloading. As in the previous program, we have to first include the header file, next the using namespace std. From here the function overloading concept begins. So first I am going to give the function name as area, and the return type is float. Area, the return type is float. Why I am giving the return type as float? Because area value can contain floating point data, or it will contain floating point data. So the return type is float. Next, this is the parameters. That means the data that is supplied to the area. Here I am going to supply only one data, that is s. Here the variable s is used to store the side inputted by the user. Okay, so s also can be a floating point type data, so I am giving the data type as float. And now we are giving only one statement, that is return s into s. That means the side into side, the area of a circle is side into side. So the side into side will be calculated, and the calculated value will be returned from this function using this statement. Okay, so this function, the first area function, is used to find the area of a square. Clear? Okay, so next again I am going to the another function area itself. its return type is also float, but it contains two datas. The first data is L and the second data is B. The L represents the length and the B represents the breadth of the rectangle. So what's the difference between the first area function and the second area function? This is function overloading, same function name. And the difference is the first function will contain only one data and the second area function will contain two datas. So if I am going to input only one data, it will execute the area of a square, and if I am going to input two datas, it will find the area of a rectangle. So here also the length into breadth, that is the area of the rectangle, will be calculated and returned from the second area function. So these two functions represents function overloading. Okay, so next I am going to our main function of the C++ program. Here we have written three variables, SI, LEN and VRE. SI, LEN and VRE. SI is used to store the side of the square that is inputted by the user. LEN is used to store the length of the rectangle inputted by the user, and VRE is used to store the breadth of the rectangle inputted by the user. So here we are outputting the statement enter the side of the square. So I will be giving a side, the side value of the square, and that side value will be stored in the variable SI. Okay, next see the statement. We are going to find the area of a square. That means here I will be printing the area of a square is equal to, this is a calculation part. Here I am going to give as area of SI. That means area is a function overloading function. Next, SI means the inputted value will be accepted here, will be stored here, and that value will be passed to the first function. So if I am going to give as 4, if the user has given the value as 4, that the function will be passing, the area function will be passing 4 to first function area, and the 4 will be stored in S. So SI and S now will contain the value 4. Okay, so 4 into 4, 16 will be calculated, and that calculated value will be displayed here. Okay, so next is enter the length and breadth of a rectangle. I will be inputting two values. The first value will be stored in the variable LEN, and the second value will be stored in the variable VRE. So two values I have inputted, and now I am going to find the area of a rectangle. Here the inputted value of LEN will be stored in LEN, and the inputted value of breadth will be stored in VRE, and that two values will be passed to the second function, because second function contains two datas or require two datas. So the value of LEN will be copied to L, and the value of VRE will be copied to B, and that two values will be multiplied together to find the area of a rectangle. Okay. So we have completed our program. Next we have to compile the program. Compilation is successful. Next we have to build the program. Building is also successful. Next we have to execute the program. Okay. So this is a output screen. Next I am going to give the side of the square. I am going to give the side as 4. I am pressing the enter key. See, the area of a square is 16. Next we are asked to enter the length and breadth of a rectangle. I am going to give as length as 4.5. I am pressing the space bar to give the next data. I am giving as 3. Okay, now I am going to press the enter key. See, the area of a rectangle is 13.5. So this is a very simple program which shows us the implementation of function overloading. That means same function name but act differently depending on the data sent to it. If I am inputting only one value, the first function will be executed, and if I am inputting two values, the second function will be executed. Okay, hope all of you have understood these two simple programs. In the next class, we will be moving on to the next chapter. Thank you.